What's up everybody, my name is Martin and welcome to a new video. I am going to welcome you from a beautiful morning in Normandy, and I'm going to show you around once again on a very special little place in Graignes, which is about 8 kilometers southwest of Carentan. And I'm going to tell you what happened here during the Second World War. So in the early days, June 6th, 1944, D-Day happened, of course, which is already widely known. And parachuters of the 82nd Airborne Division landed in this area. They were designated for Graignes, but they misdropped just like many other paratroopers, so they came down around this area. So what happened here is the paratroopers came down and they lost all their equipment, but they were going to this location, and the villagers of Graignes, which were mostly women because all the men had either fled or were taken prisoner to go to the arbeidslagers in Germany to help with the war machine. So the paratroopers came down here. The women helped to get their equipment from the flooded areas around this hill, because I'm currently on top of a hill, which I will show you in just a little bit, because you have a beautiful view here. And yeah, they had to get their equipment, and the women helped, and that made that they had a really high volume of ammunition and other equipment. On top of this hill there was a church, and here you can actually still see how the church looked like. And right behind me, right over there on the cemetery, is what these days is left of the church. So right over there you can see the bell thingy. I don't know what it's called, but hey. That big tree right over there is in fact this tree right over here. So here you can see the bell part. This is all gone, but you can still see the foundation. The gate right here is actually right over there, and the man managing the church is standing in front of it. So I am going to take you right here. So the American paratroopers were hiding inside the church, and in the days after D-Day, so around the 9th of June 1944, the SS came this way, and the fighting began when a German motorcycle came down the road, and they shot, the paratroopers shot at the German motorcycle, killing both of them. And then the rest of the SS came, and a really heavy fight started on Sunday morning while the paratroopers were attending Mass in the church. It was also known as Bloody Sunday. So I'm walking on the graveyard currently, as you can see, and man, I have to show you this view. This is amazing. You can see why this area was very strategic, because it's all on higher ground, and you have to imagine that during D-Day all these areas were flooded. So also a lot of paratroopers drowned while they came down. Actually, I think I can get on top of that wooden structure there. Let's see. And it's some old fence here. Let's go down. I'm really far away from the highway currently, so it is especially quiet this morning. So I think this is what it must have looked like on the morning. Oh no, oh yeah, you can see in the autumn and winters the rivers are swelling by rain and they escape their beds. The marshes take on a completely different aspect. The meadows are covered in water, forming an extensive lake surrounding the hedgerows. So as it looks right here, it would have looked like back then, but except from these windmills of course, and maybe some other things, but still all right. Let's go back to the graveyard. I'll see you there in a bit. So you have to imagine there were about 182 paratroopers down here, and an entire battalion of us SRs came down to fight them, which is about 200 to 400 people. And it was just massive, but the paratroopers were, due to their equipment, very well armed. So they had mortars, they had multiple 30 cal machine guns, lots of ammunitions, grenades, you name it. So they could hold up for quite a while. But yeah, a really bad fight broke out, and as you can see, you can still see the foundation right here to this day. The actual entrance of the church would have been here, because right here you can still see the bucket which would have held holy water, and I don't know too sure whether that be some kind of lock. I think so, because it's a tube in there. But you can also still see the hinges here and right here. So that is what is left these days of the church. On a certain moment, a Australian pilot came over and bombed the place around here, and he was actually shot down, and he was lost for his family for over 70 years. And he was actually found and buried, but in a way the family never got to know what happened to him, so they had to wait for 70 years to learn the news. This is really magnificent here. Actually, you can still see there one of the wooden beams supporting something of the church. And right here there is a memorial, because the paratroopers fled on a certain moment to St. Graignes. They were helped by the civilians once again. So the women helped to get the paratroopers away from here in boats to get away from the flooded land. And I thought it was 44 civilians were killed as revenge from the German SS troops. And you can still see here on this memorial the names of the civilians, and right down there the names of the American paratroopers who got killed around here. And right over here you can see the name of the flight sergeant from the Royal Australian Air Force. And like I said already, this morning it is especially quiet around here. You can hear the birds chirping, but there's Nobody walking on the graveyard except for me. No cars. But on the first week of D-Day, from the 6th till the 12th, this was an area full of violence, machine gun firing, grenades exploding, whatever. So it was basically hell on earth around here. One thing I have to mention though is when the civilians were killed, the SS also burned down the village and they just let it burn. And if you drive down the road, there are very much modern houses, because the village was rebuilt around 1964, I think. So nothing of the old buildings are still standing, of at least most of it. Probably here and there you can still see some bullet holes, but I was not able to find any in the old buildings, but yeah. So yeah, that was another story of what happened in the first days of the Normandy invasion. And I've never been to this place. Every time when I come down in Normandy, there are still new places which I discover and got to learn about. So yeah, it keeps amazing me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you have any comments, feel free to ask down below in the comment section. And then I will see you next time. Thanks, bye bye.